What's up guys, Brian, Victory 4x4. I have the Tundra up in the hoist. I'm back in Michigan for my trip to Utah after doing some rock crawling and four-wheeling with this truck. We were running pre-production skids on this thing. We wanted to test them out, see how they held up before we put them into production. So anyways, let's go ahead and poke our heads underneath and I'll show you guys what we have going on. So on this truck, I'm running lower control arm skids on both sides. I have a front skid, and then I've been down here. This is what we consider a transmission transfer case skid. Then over here is a gas tank skid. We have a diff skid there, and then shock skids on the bottom of the shock. So yeah, backwards there, over there. So anyways, let's walk under. I'll show you what I did. As you can see here, I whopped these things pretty good. Got a good hit there. Good hit on this corner. On this side, on this lower control arm skid, I definitely ran into a couple things there. But it's nice to run into the skid as opposed to that A-arm. So moving back, transmission transfer case skid. This thing took a couple of really good hits. Right up here, I got a really good hit in it, and you kind of see there's a little bit of an upward arc from putting a little bit of the weight of the truck on here, and that's okay. I mean, that's gonna happen. You're gonna bend skids, but the goal is that a skid is going to protect everything that's really expensive and vulnerable. So bending skids is part of the game. So you can see there's some scratches and gouges down that. On this side over here, I put a really good hit there. Moving back to the gas tank skid, this is our 38-gallon version. We still haven't yet to develop the smaller tank, which I think is 26 gallon. We'll get to that, but for now, 38-gallon tank. We built this thing out of 7-gauge steel. It's not available in aluminum. The reason is this is a big piece, and we need the rigidity of steel in order to hold up, because you're bound to put the weight of the truck on this thing if you're rolling around in the rocks. As you can see here, I hit really hard in this front corner, and I remember feeling that, as well as scratching it all the way down the side. And you can see several times I end up rolling down the side of this skid. And then look down the middle, you'll see the gouges that kind of go down the middle, but you know, the skid is straight, it's in place. This thing is pure beef. I also got the diff skid down here. So you can see I hit that a couple of times, scratched that up pretty good, so that held up. And I actually hit my shock mount skid that I made right before I left on this trip. So anyways, they held up extremely well. I'm super impressed by how well they held up. This is a heavy truck, and one thing is, when you're putting skids on it, if you're really gonna use it like this, you want steel, and you want 7-gauge or 3/16 steel. You do not want 1/8-inch steel. Some of our competitors sell 1/8-inch skids for that. That's laughable, that's garbage. Don't even bother putting that on your truck, because that stuff's not gonna hold up. If you're not rock crawling your truck, maybe you're just running through the desert, you're doing some weekend stuff, you can definitely go with our aluminum options, which will save you some weight, but they're just not gonna hold up as well as 7-gauge steel. And as I showed you, you're bound to bend these things, you're gonna scratch them. It's the nature of the beast. If you're doing that, they're doing their job, and that's what we want. So anyways, check us out if you're looking for skids for your Toyota Tundra. info@victory4x4.com is our email address. Give us a call, 269-353-1184, or hop on our website, check us out, www.victory4x4.com. If you have any questions, reach out, guys. We'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, armor up those Tundras.